Kelly Clarkson, let's talk about her. She's looking to leave her afternoon talk show when the contract expires next year. And rumor has it that NBC executives are searching for any way possible to keep her at the network.
For years, Kelly Clarkson has been one of the most beloved voices in entertainment, admired for her talent, authenticity, and remarkable resilience. But recently, growing concerns have left fans wondering whether everything is truly as positive as it seems. Rumors, unexpected developments, and mounting questions about her future have sparked intense discussion across social media and beyond. Supporters are searching for answers, while speculation continues to grow. So what is really happening with Kelly Clarkson, and why are so many people worried that things may not be looking good for her right now? Kelly Clarkson's bittersweet transition story. Kelly Clarkson's recent emotional moment on her talk show has left fans both touched and unsettled, as it signals what feels like the closing of an important chapter in daytime television. What unfolded on stage was not just another celebrity segment, but a deeply human moment that revealed the weight of transition, gratitude, and personal sacrifice behind a glittering career. During a heartfelt episode, Kelly became visibly emotional as she embraced her guest and fellow entertainer, Rita Wilson. The atmosphere in the studio shifted instantly. What began as a warm, celebratory exchange turned into something far more intimate, as Kelly struggled to hold back tears while the audience rose in applause. It was a rare moment where the polished surface of television gave way to something raw and real. Tributes poured in from the audience and guests, capturing the impact she has made over the years. One message stood out, praising her for changing the game when it came to daytime television, and acknowledging the unique voice, warmth, and authenticity she brought to the screen. As cheers echoed through the studio, Kelly appeared deeply moved, as if absorbing not just praise, but the emotional weight of everything she has built. Behind this moment of celebration, however, lies a more personal and difficult decision. Just months earlier, Kelly announced that she would be stepping back from her talk show to focus more on her children, prioritizing family life after years of balancing fame, music, and television. At 44, she has already lived multiple careers in one lifetime: global pop star, award-winning artist, and beloved talk show host. But the emotional cost of maintaining that pace has become increasingly clear. Kelly has spoken openly about grief, pressure, and the need for emotional release. For her, music and performance have always served as an outlet, a place where pain and joy can coexist and transform into something meaningful. She has often reflected on how important it is to show up for her children, promising to be present in their lives as fully as possible, even if it means stepping away from professional success. Now, with the final episode scheduled for August and her last taping reportedly set for June 11th, the end of the show is arriving faster than many expected. What viewers will see later on screen has already been lived behind the scenes: goodbyes, hugs, and emotional farewells among a team that has worked together like a family. For years, the show has stood out because of its authenticity. Unlike traditional talk formats, Kelly created a space where guests could relax, laugh, and speak honestly. That sense of comfort became its signature, making its departure feel personal to viewers who welcomed it into their daily routines. Yet even as one chapter closes, another is already forming. Kelly's upcoming Las Vegas residency, beginning July 17th, marks a powerful return to her musical roots. It is a reminder that before television, there was always music, the foundation of her identity and the space where she first connected with the world. As she moves forward, one lyric quietly echoes the spirit of her journey: "Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone." It reflects a woman choosing peace over pressure, balance over burnout, and meaning over momentum. Whether this moment marks an ending or a transformation remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: Kelly Clarkson is not disappearing. She is evolving. What struggles is Kelly Clarkson facing at the moment? Will things get better for her soon? Let's delve into the details of Kelly Clarkson's struggle with depression and emotional pressure. The hidden cost of stardom. Kelly Clarkson recently opened up about her emotional struggles, including feelings that reflect depression, stress, and the heavy demands of life in the public eye. Her experiences show that success, awards, and fame do not protect a person from mental health challenges. In fact, The pressure that comes with being constantly watched and judged can sometimes make these struggles even harder. Clarkson has described how difficult it can be to meet constant expectations in her career, while also dealing with personal challenges behind the scenes. She is often expected to appear cheerful, strong, and energetic, even when she may be feeling overwhelmed inside. This difference between how she feels and how she appears to the public highlights a silent struggle that many entertainers face but rarely speak about openly. Her experiences are often understood within the wider reality of depression, a condition that can affect how a person thinks, feels, and functions each day. Depression may lead to sadness, low energy, loss of interest, and difficulty in staying motivated. It can develop from many factors, including long-term stress, emotional pain, major life changes, and even biological influences. For Clarkson, the combination of career pressure and personal transitions has been widely seen as part of her emotional strain. Even with these challenges, Clarkson has continued to build her career in music and television. She has shown strength by continuing her work while also being honest about her feelings when she chooses to speak. This honesty is important because it helps others understand that emotional pain is not something to hide or be ashamed of. By sharing parts of her journey, Clarkson has helped reduce the stigma around mental health. Many fans feel encouraged to talk about their own struggles and seek help when needed. Her story reminds people that mental health issues are common and can affect anyone, no matter how successful or admired they may seem. Her life story also highlights the importance of support from friends, family, and professionals, as well as the value of rest and self-care. It encourages a more compassionate view of mental health, showing that with understanding and support, people can continue to move forward even through difficult emotional seasons. Beyond her personal story, Clarkson represents a larger truth about modern life. Many people struggle quietly while still meeting expectations from work, society, and family. Her openness encourages conversations about mental health in homes, schools, and workplaces, helping people realize that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It also reminds us that healing is not always fast or easy, but it is possible with patience and care. Her journey continues to inspire empathy, understanding, and the belief that no one should suffer alone in silence. These lessons matter deeply in a world where stress and expectations keep increasing every day for many individuals everywhere today and beyond. Has Kelly Clarkson been able to show up despite her problems? In what ways have her challenges affected her work? Let's dive into the details of Kelly Clarkson's health struggles and forced shows cancellations. Health pause disrupts Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson recently went through a challenging period marked by health concerns that affected her work schedule and forced her to step back from several planned performances and appearances. The situation reportedly left her feeling deeply disappointed because she had spent a lot of time preparing to meet her fans and continue her busy live show commitments across different venues and programs. According to reports, her health condition became serious enough to require proper rest and recovery, which made it impossible for her to go ahead with certain scheduled events. The cancellations were described as unavoidable and not caused by normal planning issues, but rather by genuine medical needs, even though the exact details of her condition were not made public. What became clear was that the situation was serious enough to affect her ability to perform at the high energy level required for her touring and television work, which demands constant strength, stamina, and focus. Beyond the physical challenges, the cancellations also carried an emotional weight for her, as she is widely known for her strong bond with audiences and her passion for live performances. Being unable to appear on stage reportedly caused her significant distress, because she deeply values consistency and connection with her supporters. Fans around the world responded with kindness and understanding, sharing messages of support on social media and wishing her a smooth and full recovery. Many also highlighted the importance of putting health first, especially in the entertainment industry where pressure and tight schedules can affect both body and mind. Even with this setback, there is strong hope that she will return to the stage once she has fully recovered and feels ready to perform again. The situation serves as a reminder that health challenges can happen suddenly, even to successful and well-known performers, and that taking time to heal is always more important than meeting public expectations. It also highlights the human side of celebrity life, where behind fame and success there are real struggles and moments of vulnerability that require patience, understanding, and care from both fans and the wider public. With time and proper rest, expectations remain that she will regain her strength, return to her work, and continue sharing her talent with audiences who have long supported her journey. Her experience also encourages a broader conversation about balancing career demands with personal well-being in high-pressure industries where rest is often overlooked. The hope is that she continues to receive strong support while taking the necessary time to fully recover so she can return stronger, healthier, and more inspired than before, bringing joy to millions of fans worldwide through her music and performances in the years ahead. Her journey reflects resilience, patience, faith, healing, and hope for future stages and brighter days ahead for everyone to end. How is Kelly Clarkson able to cope with her work schedules? Is she able to strike balance conveniently? Let's dig into the details of Kelly's reported struggles behind her public career. Inside Kelly Clarkson's busy struggles. Recent entertainment news has been paying close attention to growing talk about Kelly Clarkson, with some reports suggesting that her struggles may go beyond her well-known public image. While she continues to shine in both music and television, many accounts describe a season of pressure, emotional strain, and important life adjustments tied to her busy career demands. Behind the scenes, people familiar with production environments say that her packed schedule, especially the demands of daily television hosting alongside music projects, has created ongoing fatigue. The constant need to perform, stay energetic, and meet production expectations is said to leave little room for rest. This has raised quiet concerns about stress and possible burnout, even though she often appears cheerful and strong on screen. At the same time, recent changes in her personal life have also added emotional weight. Shifts in relationships, family responsibilities, and new routines are believed to have made it harder to maintain balance between work and home life. These combined pressures are reported to influence how she plans her time, chooses appearances, and shapes her future career direction. Even with these challenges, supporters continue to highlight her dedication and passion. She is widely seen as someone who gives her best in every performance, whether on stage or on television. Fans admire her honesty, her humor, and her ability to stay connected with audiences even during difficult times. Still, sources suggest that she may now be approaching her workload more carefully. Instead of pushing without pause, she is believed to be thinking more about rest, health, and long-term stability. This does not mean stepping away from her career, but rather finding a healthier rhythm that allows her to continue creating while also taking care of herself. Overall, the situation is not viewed as a crisis, but rather a natural phase of adjustment. Like many public figures balancing fame, family, and constant work, she appears to be navigating a complex period of growth, reflection, and reorganization in her life. Observers also note that in moments like this, many entertainers often reassess priorities, choosing to slow down slightly, delegate more tasks, and focus on health and family as central pillars of stability. This kind of reflection is common among high-profile personalities who work under constant public attention, where schedules are demanding and expectations remain high throughout the year. Supporters of Kelly Clarkson believe that her current approach reflects wisdom rather than weakness, showing a desire to build a more sustainable path forward in both her personal and professional life. By taking time to recalibrate, she may be positioning herself for longer-term success, ensuring that creativity and well-being remain balanced as she continues her journey in entertainment. Ultimately, this period reflects a natural stage of adjustment, where fame, work, and personal well-being intersect, reminding audiences that even successful stars require balance, care, and thoughtful pacing forward planning. Do things seem to be going on fine with Kelly Clarkson's career? What challenges is she facing with her career? Let's take a look at Kelly Clarkson's reported career and talk show challenges. Behind Kelly Clarkson's pressure. Recent reports about Kelly Clarkson suggest that the well-known singer and television host is going through a very demanding period in her career and personal life. Much of the attention is centered on the pressures connected to her daytime talk show, along with her ongoing work in music and her responsibilities at home. While different accounts describe the situation in slightly different ways, they generally point to a phase marked by heavy workload, emotional fatigue, and constant behind-the-scenes adjustments in her professional schedule. According to Entertainment Discussions, the demands of running a daily television program are especially intense. A talk show of this scale requires early preparations, long filming hours, regular meetings with guests, and constant planning of new episodes. For a host who is also active in music and family life, this combination can become overwhelming. In Kelly Clarkson's case, the situation is described as one where she is trying to balance energy, time, and focus across many important areas at once. Some entertainment reports also mention that long-running shows often experience internal changes over time. These may include shifts in staff roles, updates in production plans, and evolving expectations from networks and audiences. While no official confirmation points to any serious problem, such changes are common in the industry and can create periods of adjustment for those involved. In this context, the focus remains on adaptation rather than any confirmed breakdown. At the same time, Clarkson continues to remain active in public life. She still appears on her show, interacts with fans, and participates in different creative projects. Even with the reported pressures, she maintains her professional presence and continues to connect with her audience. However, observers note that sustained visibility in the entertainment industry often comes with significant personal cost, especially when multiple responsibilities overlap. Overall, the situation is often described as the result of many pressures building up over time rather than one single event. It reflects the reality of modern entertainment careers, where success in one area often requires sacrifice in another. The story highlights the ongoing challenge of maintaining balance between public work, personal health, and long-term career demands in a fast-moving industry. In many ways, such experiences are not unusual for people working in high-pressure entertainment roles. The combination of public expectations, creative demands, and personal responsibilities can gradually build up stress, even for those who appear to manage it well from the outside. While fans continue to support and appreciate her work, the situation serves as a reminder of how demanding the entertainment world can be. It also shows the importance of rest, support systems, and careful planning in sustaining a long career. Ultimately, the focus remains on understanding the broader picture, rather than a single moment or event in her journey over time and across different stages of her professional life and evolving responsibilities within the entertainment industry system. What do people say about Kelly Clarkson's work? What do her critics have against her? Let's talk about Kelly Clarkson's career controversies and public challenges. Kelly Clarkson's public journey unfolds. Over the years, singer and television host Kelly Clarkson has experienced several public controversies and difficult moments that have shaped how audiences see her career beyond her image as a beloved pop star and talk show host. Some of the criticism around Kelly Clarkson has focused on her outspoken personality and her very open comments during interviews and public appearances. While many fans appreciate her honesty and how real she feels, others have seen some of her remarks as too blunt or controversial, especially when she talks about fellow celebrities and her experiences in the entertainment industry. These moments have at times led to debates online and in entertainment news. Clarkson has also faced scrutiny regarding her professional decisions, especially connected to her talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, and how it balances entertainment with sensitive topics. At times, segments or discussions on the program have received mixed reactions, with viewers divided over tone and approach. Still, the show has remained popular and continues to perform strongly in daytime television. In addition to media-related controversies, Clarkson's personal life has also attracted public attention, including her divorce and later custody and financial discussions, which were widely reported. These personal struggles added emotional pressure during a period when she was also managing a demanding career in music and television. Despite these challenges, Clarkson has maintained a strong public image and continues to be recognized for her vocal talent, authenticity, and resilience. Over time, many of the controversies surrounding her have softened, with audiences often focusing more on her achievements than her setbacks. Even with the ups and downs of public attention, Kelly Clarkson's journey shows how a long career in entertainment often comes with both praise and criticism. In a world where every word and action can be shared instantly online, it is easy for small moments to grow into big discussions. Yet, she has continued to move forward, focusing on her work in music, television, and live performances. Her story also reflects how public figures are often judged not only by their success, but also by how they respond when things become difficult. For many fans, what stands out most is her ability to stay authentic, even when facing pressure from media headlines and personal challenges that are constantly discussed in public spaces. This balance between vulnerability and strength has helped her remain relevant in an industry that changes very quickly and often demands perfection from its stars. Over time, many people have come to see her not just as a celebrity, but as someone who represents perseverance, growth, and the reality that success can include both bright and difficult seasons. Today, her influence continues to grow as she connects with audiences through honesty, humor, and music that speaks to everyday life. We can see her journey as one of learning, adaptation, and steady personal strength over time and resilience. Which other issue did Kelly Clarkson open up about? How much did it affect her? Let's delve into the details of Kelly Clarkson's dispute over American Idol prize promises. Kelly Clarkson's American Idol shock. Kelly Clarkson has opened up about a long-running issue from her early days on American Idol, the show that first brought her into the spotlight in 2002. While many people remember her as the very first winner who launched into instant fame, she has shared that not everything about that victory felt as fair or straightforward as it appeared on television. According to Clarkson, she was given a clear impression that winning the competition came with big rewards, including a large cash prize and even a new car. These promises, as she understood them at the time, made the victory feel even more exciting and life-changing. However, she later said that the reality did not fully match what she believed she had been promised. In her words, she felt misled, and even described it as if she had been lied to about what the prize package truly included. Clarkson's comments suggest that while American Idol opened a massive door for her career, the experience behind the scenes was not as glamorous or simple as viewers might assume. At the time, she was still a young artist trying to find her place in a very competitive music industry, so any confusion or disappointment around her winnings added emotional pressure during an already uncertain phase of her life. Her story also brings attention to a bigger issue in reality television. Shows like American Idol often present prizes in a bold and exciting way, leading audiences to believe winners receive clear, fully guaranteed rewards. But Clarkson's experience raises questions about how those rewards are structured in reality. Contracts, conditions, and delivery processes may be more complicated than what is shown on screen, and contestants may not always fully understand the fine print until after the competition ends. Even with these early frustrations, Clarkson's career did not slow down. In fact, she went on to become one of the most successful and respected voices in modern pop music, known for her powerful vocals and emotional performances. She later expanded her career into television, becoming a popular talk show host and a familiar face to millions of viewers beyond the music stage. Still, her reflection on American Idol remains an important part of her story. It serves as a reminder that behind the excitement of televised competitions, there can be hidden details and expectations that are not always clearly explained. Her experience continues to spark conversations about fairness, transparency, and what contestants truly receive when the cameras stop rolling. Who is Kelly Clarkson away from the spotlights? What kind of life does she live away from the screen? Let's dive into the details of Kelly Clarkson's marriage, family life, and legal battles. Love, fame, divorce, battles, growth. Kelly Clarkson's life has often been lived in the public spotlight, where her happiest moments and hardest struggles have both been widely seen and discussed. Over the years, she has experienced love, marriage, motherhood, health challenges, and legal battles, all while continuing her successful music and television career. Her relationship with Brandon Blackstock began in February 2012. Blackstock was a talent manager and also the son of Clarkson's former manager and the stepson of country music legend Reba McEntire. Their relationship attracted public attention from the start, partly because of their close professional ties and family connections. At the time they began dating, Blackstock was still legally married, which added even more public interest and controversy around their early relationship. Despite the attention, the couple moved forward together and eventually got married on October 20th, 2013. The wedding was a small and private ceremony held at Blackberry Farm in Tennessee, surrounded by nature and close family. Their personal and professional lives became deeply connected, as Blackstock also took on the role of Clarkson's manager during their marriage. This created a unique but sometimes complicated blend of business and family life. Together, they welcomed 2 children. Their daughter was born in 2014, followed by their son in 2016. For a time, they appeared to be building a stable family life while balancing busy careers. However, over the years, their relationship began to face serious difficulties. In June 2020, Clarkson filed for divorce, stating irreconcilable differences as the reason. After a long and emotional process, the divorce was finalized in March 2022, ending nearly 9 years of marriage. Even after their separation, legal matters between them continued. In November 2023, Clarkson was awarded more than $2.6 million after a court ruled that Blackstock had improperly handled business deals, violating California's Talent Agencies Act. This included disputed commissions from major projects such as her work on The Voice. Blackstock later passed away in August 2025 after battling melanoma, a serious form of skin cancer. Outside her relationships, Clarkson has also spoken openly about her health journey. She has lived with autoimmune and thyroid conditions since 2006, managing them while maintaining a demanding career. In 2022, she also made a personal decision to legally change her name to Kelly Brianne, explaining that it reflected a deeper, more personal connection to her family history. Still, she continues to use Kelly Clarkson as her professional identity, the name known and loved by fans around the world. What was Kelly Clarkson's childhood like? How was her journey into stardom like? Let's dig into the details of Kelly Clarkson's early life, struggles, and road to stardom. The incredible rise of Kelly. Kelly Clarkson was born on April 24, 1982, in Fort Worth, Texas, into a modest and deeply rooted family. Her mother, Jean Ann, worked as a first-grade English teacher, while her father, Stephen Michael Clarkson, was a former engineer. She grew up alongside her older brother Jason and older sister Alyssa, as well as 2 younger half-brothers from her father's later marriage. Her parents' divorce when she was just 6 years old reshaped her childhood, separating the siblings and placing Kelly in her mother's care. Raised in a strongly conservative Southern Baptist environment, faith and church life played a central role in her upbringing, something she later described as both grounding and formative in her reliance on spirituality. Growing up in Burleson, Texas, Clarkson's natural talent for music began to surface early. A turning point came in middle school when a choir teacher overheard her singing in a hallway and immediately recognized her potential, encouraging her to audition for choir despite her lack of formal training. From that moment, her passion for performance deepened. She went on to attend Burleson High School, where she actively participated in school musicals such as Annie Get Your Gun, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, and Brigadoon, steadily building her confidence as a performer. After graduation in 2000, she pursued vocal training in hopes of earning a college scholarship in music. Although she received offers from prestigious universities, including the University of Texas at Austin, the University of North Texas, and Berklee College of Music, Clarkson chose to take a risk and pursue a music career independently. Determined to break into the industry on her own terms, she worked multiple jobs to fund demo recordings and approached record labels directly. However, early rejections were frequent, and she was even told her sound was too black, a criticism that reflected the industry's narrow expectations at the time. Despite setbacks, she declined recording contracts that she felt would limit her artistic identity, choosing instead to wait for better opportunities. Her persistence led her to Los Angeles in 2001, where she took on small acting roles and worked with established musicians to record demos. Yet success remained elusive, and after repeated rejections, she returned to Texas after a series of personal and financial challenges, including a fire in her apartment. These difficult years marked by struggle, rejection, and resilience, ultimately shaped Clarkson's determination and set the stage for the breakthrough that would later define her career. So, what do you think about Kelly Clarkson's struggles? Do you think things can get better for her anytime soon? We'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.